Is GOEV the best EV stock right now? Well, in terms of potential return, absolutely. Analysts are projecting the stock to hit 54.63 next year, which is a far cry from $4, and that would be an upwards of 1,200% in terms of return, which is basically 12xing your money. But there are some major problems I want to talk about. So Canoo stock might be down over 99% from its all-time high still, but it has spiked 27% today because they got a key approval for their Oklahoma City facility. They did beat the last three earnings estimates by an average of 27%, so they do have that going for them. And their debt to equity is sitting at 1.1, which honestly isn't terrible for a company in the growth phase, but what is terrible is their net income is just atrocious because they've been making major investments into their production to get it up and running. They've been burning through a ton of cash, and the problems don't end there. Their 2022 production guidance was 500 to 1,000 units, and their 2023 guidance was 15,000 units. Now, I've gone to the deep dark corners of the internet and tried to find how many vehicles they've actually produced, and they've only produced 3 actual vehicles alongside 120 prototypes is all I've been able to find. So that is a huge problem. And they do have a contract for 2024 to deliver 9,300 vehicles. But I mean, it's super unclear if these numbers are going to be met, especially if they can't get that Oklahoma facility up and running. And I doubt they will in a year. Personally, I don't think, that's going to happen, that 9,300 fulfillment. But if somehow, some way, Canoo can scale up the production fast enough to meet that contract and fulfill it in 2024, then it would certainly be no surprise to me to see huge gains in this stock. I mean, maybe not a 1,200% return, but certainly something very, very large. But like a lot of EV stocks right now, Canoo just remains an incredibly high risk, high reward investment. And unfortunately, I can't do any calculations in terms of current valuation just because they have no revenue and their EPS is just so bad. However, like a lot of EV stocks that I've reviewed, Canoo remains an incredibly high risk, high reward investment where if you put your money in, it's incredibly risky, but the reward is there to match it, certainly. And so to answer the question, is GOEV the best EV stock right now? I think in terms of potential return, absolutely. In terms of risk, it is definitely one of the riskier ones for sure.